is every parent's dream to have their daughter attend college and better themselves by getting a degree. However, how are these parents supposed to feel comfortable sending their child on a college campus with the astounding dangers of sexual assault present? According to the U.S. Bureau of Justice Statistics, 21% of women in college have experienced sexual assault. Of the 21% that have experienced sexual assault, 30.7% have suffered academically, 21.7% have considered leaving school, and 44% experience problems with their friends or peers. No parent wants their daughter or son to go through such an incident. It is because of this that methods need to be taken to prevent this occurrence. When a sexual assault occurs, most women tend to not report the incident. In fact, only 7% of cases are reported to school officials and only 4% are reported to law enforcement. These mind-rattling numbers likely reveal a lack of confidence women have in their ability to trust authorities in these types or go to them in these types of situations. It is important that this attitude is changed because without the confidence to go to authority figures, no solutions can be made to the current problem. After the confidence has been instilled in sexual assault victims, they then must be informed on the appropriate ways in which to go about reporting and minimizing these instances. A study performed by the New England Journal of Medicine, first-year students at 3 Canadian campuses attended sessions on assessing risk, learning self-defense, and defining personal sex boundaries. The study concluded that the risk of sexual assault for women that took the sessions decreased by nearly 5%. The more that these victims are educated on how they can protect themselves, the lesser the chance they have of being victims of sexual assault. In addition to educating the victims, all people need to be educated on the definition of consent and the definition of sexual assault from an early age. While there are some perpetrators that are likely going to act illicitly, regardless of their education of the law, others may not know their boundaries when it comes to consent and sexual assault. Catherine Stamalis, a PhD psychologist, writes, "For some, education will cause them to think before they act in a destructive manner, before they violate someone. If all people are educated from a young age on the laws of consent and risk factors such as alcohol that play a part in consent, then the number of perpetrators will decrease." Those opposed to this problem believe that it is not prevalent enough to be taken seriously. Common sayings reported by this group include, "She was asking for it because of the way she was dressed or her level of intoxication," or "Boys will be boys," defending the erratic nature of intoxicated men in college. These arguments show a great amount of ignorance to the situation. The best way to go about countering these arguments will be to advocate for the end of rape culture by educating on how to put a stop to it. If we can make everyone aware of the staggering number of women being sexually abused, over time these ignorant sayings will cease to exist. Sexual assault on college campuses is a legitimate problem that must be addressed. The best way to put a stop to this is creating awareness of the problem and teaching victims from an early age on how to deal with these sorts of situations. While this will not put an end to the problem, it will be the best way to decrease its prevalence. By doing this, college becomes a safer environment for young students trying to better themselves for their futures.